Welcome to Rethink Gaming's Tuesday Night RPGs featuring Curse of Strahd played through Discord and Fantasy Grounds. Thanks, as always, to Sirenscape for the amazing atmosphere and music. Make sure you check them out at www.sirenscape.com. You've just got to be using it at your game table. And I will add, tonight is the first night with the brand new Curse of Strahd revamped sounds, so bear with us as we play through those. Let's begin. So, when we last met, we were in the city of Valaki, or the village. We'd had some conversations with some colorful characters. The last one being Rictavio, who told us a few things about the kingdom of Barovia and all of the wonderful strangeness. What would we like to do?
So we like just came back from his room, right?
Sure,
Is it morning now or
it easily can be.
uh
I mean,
yeah, because if it's like, 2 a.m. or whatever time that we were talking to him, we probably just need to turn back in.
rest would be good.
I like
Yeah,
rest.
easily done. I will click the long rest button in case we've got some spells that have been cast.
I don't think I cast Mind Spike on him last time.
Roll as pad, but oh,
That's weird.
that
Where did
was
the
weird.
battle music come from?
I don't know.
Let's see. We don't need fighting sounds or damage taking.
Hark! There happens to be a man in the street who is being mobbed.
Where do you see that at?
No, the sound effects.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. All right, there we go. That should be a little bit better. You're in the inn. It's general hubbub.
Didn't we have that thing for the Wizard of Wine to go
The
do?
was yeah, what did he say specifically about that? That we have to go to the distillery or whatever it was called?
Something about a
The
shipment, right?
the winery type
hmm
place, the vineyard.
So, do we know roughly where that is?
Yes, it's along the old Svalich Road and then to the south,
Okay.
south of Lake Baratok.
South of Lake Baratok. Okay. And do we
Yeah.
know
So,
where that church was that our first Taroka card was pointing to?
that is south of where you are.
Then we should probably head to that one. Check out what's going on there. Unless there's anything else you guys need to do in town still.
I've grabbed all the supplies I need to. Valos, do you need anything you need to grab?
I do not believe so. Just checking. Yeah, I'm good.
Hey, I just got a text from Carfield. He's not going to be able to make it tonight, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, I have as many daggers as I could ever want now with psychic blades, so I'm good.
Did you need to sell anything that you picked up in the death house? Was there anything you picked up in the death house?
I picked up stuff, but I want to keep it all.
Okay.
I picked up the devil's face pendant,
Oh
the
yeah.
ghastly cloak, and the rat dagger, and I want to keep all of that. The more
Uh,
daggers, the better.
I still have one fine scroll that I never identified. Can I try to identify that again?
Yeah. Since you've
Okay.
rested, you could try that again.
Arcana, right?
Yes. Cool. There you go, sir.
Scroll of Bless.
You?
Bless.
What would we like to do?
I still
Well,
think we should probably just head out to the church, right?
Well, no matter which way, what our destination is, we have to go west, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's head west along the road and see what we hit first.
Okay.
Be it the church or the distillery.
Sounds good.
All right. So you head west. You eventually come to a bridge. Let's see here. Let's do the lands by foot. The road comes to an X intersection with branches to the northwest, northeast, southwest, and southeast. The lower half of a snapped wooden signpost thrusts upward at an angle near the eastern elbow of the intersection. The top half of the sign, featuring arms pointing in four directions, lies in the weeds nearby.
I'd like to go pick it up and see if I can read it.
Yes, you easily can. It has arms indicating Kresk, Solenska Pass, Lake Baratok, Valakian Ravenloft, and Berez.
Oh, okay, I'm just gonna walk back to the post and line it up to where I know it's pointing back towards the Valaki correctly. That way we get
Yeah.
a understanding.
So Kresk and Solenka Pass are to the southwest, Lake Baratok to the northwest, Valaki and Ravenloft to the northeast, and Berez to the southeast.
Do So Lake Baratok is where the distillery is at. Do any of the other places sound familiar to you guys?
Not in particular.
So, do you know where the church is at from here, Mr. Kalu?
Okay, so looking at the map, I see there's like a building like almost directly south of us.
Yeah.
And the looks like the way to get there would be to take the southwestern road and then turn left when it forks.
Okay.
Uh, and I think that's probably what we're looking for, but I'm not sure.
There's also, if you see the dotted path at the end of it, what looks to be ruins there. Is that what it's about?
Ruins. Oh
You see
yeah,
those? So it could be
I
that as well.
do. I didn't see those ruins, but I saw that path. So it could possibly also be that. Um, and maybe we should explore down to those ruins first, to the southeast.
Ruins sound fun.
It could also just be the church.
Either or, win-win.
Yeah, that sounds good. Are you guys have any objections?
Nope.
Sounds good to me.
Alrighty.
What was the southeast place called on the posts?
Berez.
Raz. Okay.
Berez. Berez.
Berez. Got it.
All right, let's head that way, I guess.
Okay. After traveling about 15 minutes, you find a corpse laying in the road.
Hmm. Uh, can I like from here discern how old the corpse is without getting too much closer?
It appears to be a relatively fresh corpse of an adult male with long blonde hair.
What do I got to throw at it? I don't have any pittance. Oh. I guess I will walk up and investigate and see if I can tell how it died. That be a want me to roll for that?
Yes, the corpse is laying face down.
Okay. Haha! 'Tis a body.
So as Dell turns over the body to examine cause of death, you see Kalu staring at you with dead, glazed over eyes. And as the corpse is disturbed, it dissolves slowly, the skin fading away to mist, leaving behind only a skeleton.
Oh,
Uh,
you sure you still want to go this way, Kalu? Seems great for you.
well, uh, yes,
Yes? All
yes.
right.
Good luck, friend.
So, proceeding along the road, which is visible but very overgrown, it's not been used in a long time. Um, as you approach about where the map is labeled river under the lunar river label,
Mm-hmm.
looking over to the west, you can see the ruins of a great castle perched up upon the hill.
Huh. So definitely not a church, is what that
Well,
is.
yeah, that
Right.
was the place that was on the solid line, right?
Yes.
Okay. Probably still needs to be checked out eventually, though.
We'll keep it in mind.
Yeah.
Log
All right. Well, the
notes.
trail hugs the river for several miles. The grass and dirt soon turn to marsh, and the trail dissolves to spongy, pockmarked earth with strands of tall reeds and pools of stagnant water. A thick shroud of fog covers all. Scattered throughout the marsh are old peasant cottages, their walls covered with black mildew, their roofs caved in. These decrepit buildings seem to hunker down in the mire as though they've long since given up on escaping the thick mud. Everywhere you look, black clouds of flies dart about, hungry for blood. The fog is much thinner on the far side of the river, where a light flashes amid a dark ring of standing stones.
That's Hey, Kalu, what's the chances that that was non-natural?
Probably pretty high. Um, I guess we're gonna have to like investigate the area.
You want to go? You want to go straight at it, or you want to come at it from like the sideways?
Um, I don't know. We could like,
Sounds like a
fa-
question for resident sneaky man, right?
yeah.
I will just head right on in and hiding in the bushes and trees on my way in.
Do you
You
Okay.
wanna?
guys, however, don't seem to be the sneakiest type.
I mean, that's fair. Do you want us to wait until you can come back and report to us, or do you want us to follow at like a distance?
That is up to you, good sir. Immediate backup may be required.
So we'll give you like a how about a 20-foot lead? Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me. Oh, hi, Lee.
All
That
right.
sounds good.
Everybody can see the map.
Yep.
Yep.
Yipperdoodles.
Throwing you all up here on the road, with the exception of giant wolf spider. Okay. Where would you like to go?
Oh, that's a good question.
So Micah, you're taking
Right.
point.
He's gonna take sneaky point.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Um,
stay right off the side of the road, kind of being stealthy.
we should probably just head down the road normally, a little bit behind him then.
Yeah.
All right. Studying what I see. So everything on the map is what I currently can see from here, or
Yes, so those little box-shaped buildings are the ruined, um, the ruined.
where'd you
What are
say
they
that
called? Village
Cottage.
houses, whatever they
cottage?
called.
Huts.
Yeah, huts. Huts is good. In the
Oh,
center of the town is a ramshackle wooden hut standing on what was once the stump of an enormous tree.
all right. And then you said that flash of light. I'm assuming is like that circle to the south there. That's where the flash of light was.
No, it was coming from the vicinity of that stump.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to carefully, slowly, and precisely kind of meander my way to about here to get a better look at that hut.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I mean, can I see anything that would look like it was emitting the light? Do I notice anything around the hut or in the hut in any form or fashion?
Well, the rotting roots of the stump thrust up from the mire like the legs of a gigantic spider. There's an open doorway visible on one side of the hut, beneath which floats the upside down, hollowed out skull of a giant. Flanking the hut's doorway are two iron cages that dangle hideous ornaments from the eaves. Scores of ravens are trapped in each one. They squawk and flutter their wings excitedly.
Interesting.
Do Elle and I see anything down either end of the road as we're coming in?
There's a picture of the hut.
Oh, it's gonna get rid of my Barovia map
Oh.
again, huh?
Hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna walk up to that by myself.
Well, we can always regroup if you wanna come back
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna head my way back.
tell us what you've seen.
So across the river are a dozen standing stones. Make a perception check.
All of
Me?
us.
Anybody who wants to.
I will definitely make a perception check.
I'll make one.
I'll make
19.
one.
Okay, 19 is good. 21 is
Ooh.
better. A weary-looking peasant woman lurks behind the tallest stone. A rusty lantern clutched in one gnarled hand and a dagger clutched in the other.
He says it was across the river from us?
Across the river from you, yes.
Huh. How dark is it right now? Is it like 7, 6?
It's getting late.
There's definitely still some daylight about, well, for what there is
Yes.
in this area. By looking at the river, can I get like a feel of how deep it is, or is it murky?
It's murky, but you would assume it's no more than 6 foot deep.
I'm gonna tell Kalu about it, so he knows that there's an old lady with a dagger and lantern over there. And
Okay.
I don't think she'll cause any threat. I'd imagine it's pretty hard for her to cross a river like this. I didn't see any bridges coming to us.
Does she look like a threat?
I mean, she's got a dagger, so like,
Oh, well, we have daggers.
all right, but ours aren't drawn.
When he says that, I'm gonna summon a psychic dagger.
Most of ours aren't drawn. It's not even drawing it; is it just poofed, right?
No,
So,
it
like,
literally just poofs into my hand.
so technically, no daggers have been drawn yet. So,
His dagger's been drawn.
eh, semantics. Anyways, yes, she has a weapon out and ready to use. So, potential threat. Do we want to diverge here and try to communicate with her, or do we want to let her go about her business while we investigate a bit more?
Well, I can tell you for certain that I am not going to that cottage by myself.
Well, yeah, that's fair. It's creepy
Fine.
looking, right?
That's a pretty big river, so I think we should just press on for now.
Press on? Fair enough.
Do you think we should kind of check out the old ruined huts first before we go to that one, or
Can we see that this path actually does wrap around the side of that a little bit, or do we just...
Yeah, you can see what the map shows you. Most
Okay.
of the buildings are pretty low.
So yeah, it does look like this road comes to the south of that hut, so we could go through these buildings, check them out on the way.
Or we could split up and meet back in the middle.
Splitting up's a terrible idea always.
Not always.
Always.
if we split up, I call the dragon.
So popular.
You know he's got to use you to face check some buildings, right?
I know.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess let's start.
North or south? First,
vote-
then.
I vote south. Well, hold on. Val, which way was the door of the hut facing? Do you know? Can you
Which
remember?
way was the door facing?
The door is facing the middle of the town there, so it's facing you.
So,
So like northeast-ish. So
Um,
either way we go, we'll come out about the same. I feel like we should explore both ways though and make sure there's not anything that we might miss.
I do agree with that, but I feel like just for now, if we just go south, we'll hit a majority of the buildings.
That's
We'll
true.
deal with the hut, and then we can check out the rest of the area. Yeah,
We also get closer to that ring of stones right there.
could be a potential problem.
And can we tell what that structure is like that's right next to that ring of stones? Is that also like an abandoned building or
It is. It's a larger building, but it's mostly stone and rotting timber.
can we tell what it was?
From here, no. But if you got closer, I'd let you make a check.
Let's go south then to try to check out, because that building looks a little important since it's so large. It might be the church that we're looking for.
Possibly. I'm okay with going south.
So yeah, let's head that way.
Okay. So you approach a cluster of ruined cottages separated by low stone walls. You see a short stretch of dirt road that has remained intact.
Do we want
Oh.
resident sneaky man first, or do we want face to
I think Archibald should probably take point from here on out, in my opinion.
All right.
I'm going to summon a second dagger to my other hand.
Okay.
Ooh, look at you, aren't you fancy?
We
So
can just
many daggers.
do bonus actions, right? Just as free when we're not in combat.
Kind of. I mean, technically no, but it doesn't hurt anything, so sure.
Because yeah, it's technically a bonus action to summon a dagger.
All right. So are we checking
Or yeah, sweeping
the
clear
upper
bottom.
ones or the
Yeah, let's
lower ones
go.
first? Or
Just go house to house, yeah.
okay. So starting at that first one.
Yeah, it's a ruined cottage. You're welcome to roll if you want to spend some time searching it.
Sure. Skills. I'm guessing perception.
Yeah, or investigation or whatever you can justify rolling. So you're confident there's nothing of value to be found. There are
Yep.
some remnants, probably 50 or 60 years old. But someone lived here, obviously. Humans from the size of things, but nothing of value is here.
Gotcha. On to the next one.
Okay.
So you search this one, and it's the same result. Nothing really of interest to be found in any of these.
Okay. So
Just
yeah, are we?
we can't be too careful, I think. So I think we should still check all of them. There's not that many.
I think we might be okay with just like a passing glance as we're walking by them.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah,
As long as there's nothing like no bodies or anything in any of them, I think
That's
we should be okay.
true.
I think we just kind of shoulder to shoulder, like this, and just peer into each house, one side.
Yep.
And for
Okay.
clarity, we're towing Rolesk, right? He's along.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
We can tell him.
That way you can all make new characters. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be weird to have one survivor, right?
right. All right. So if you'd like to continue to roll to search the other cottages, or you can use the roll you already did. You can carry forward the 16 if you'd like.
I'll just carry the 16 as we go.
Okay. So through the last cottage, you don't find anything of note.
Gotcha.
And can I try to? Are we close enough that I could try to tell what that big
Yeah.
structure is? Would that be perception or investigation?
Well, from this distance, it's easy enough that you'll automatically succeed.
Okay.
Toward the south end of the village lie the remains of a mansion built on higher ground. It's been reduced to a pile of stone and rotting timber. Empty arched windows stare at you. South of the ruin, an untamed garden runs rampant, surrounded by broken walls that are no longer able to contain it. East of the ruin, someone has erected a crude wooden fence forming a circular yard in which several goats are penned. Surmounting the fence posts are human skulls.
These are live goats, yeah.
They are live goats.
About how tall is the fence?
The fence is about 3.5 feet tall. It varies because it's very crude. But that's the circle, is a goat pen.
So we could maybe surmise that someone is living, maybe not in the mansion, but somewhere close to it.
I'd imagine somebody might be living in the hut.
Well, yeah. I mean, do we want to just approach the hut?
I say hut next.
Face check.
We can't beat the tar out of it without
Onwards and
getting
upwards.
closer, so. I will not apologize.
Okay, so as you approach, ravens squawk and flutter their wings.
Oh man, too bad Rolesk isn't here to talk with. Oh
It'd
wait,
be
hold on.
really nice if we had our animal talker.
Okay, so how are we approaching this? We barging in, knocking, asking nicely.
Is there a door? Is
Would
it
you
just an
say-
open hut, or is it?
Would
It
you
is
say
an
it's
it is an
raven-
open hut.
Would you say these ravens know common?
I would not say necessarily that they know common.
Okay.
Like, you could try it anyways, though, and we'd all laugh.
I'm not gonna. I wasn't gonna try to speak to them, because I know they can't speak. But I have the ability to communicate telepathically with creatures, as long as we share at least one language.
Yeah, they don't speak common, so no, that wouldn't work. Someone has built a ramshackle wooden hut on the stump of what was once an enormous tree. The rotting roots of the stump thrust up from the mire like the legs of a gigantic spider. An open doorway is visible on one side of the hut, beneath which floats the upside down, hollowed out skull of a giant. Flanking the hut's doorway are two iron cages that dangle like hideous ornaments from the eaves, scores of ravens trapped in each one. They squawk and flutter excitedly as you approach.
I guess just like knock on like
The door frame.
the frame, yeah,
Yeah. I wonder if this has anything to do with the feathered ones.
maybe.
Alrighty. 1 second.
This is a dark image, so I'm thinking a line of sight map.
Hmm.
Indeed. Trying to set you all on it without messing up your line of sight. Everybody can see?
Confirmative.
So yeah, inside the hut, it's smoky. Someone is definitely moving around in there.
So, Archibald, do you wanna
Pitter
knock on the
patter.
door
Yeah.
frame?
And go up and knock on the door frame.
I'm gonna stand back here a little bit.
An ancient crone approaches. Yes.
I said, hello. How are you on this fine evening?
I'm well. Inside the hut, it's 15 feet on a side, packed with old furniture, including a wooden cot a wicker cabinet, a slender wardrobe, a wooden table, a stool, a barrel topped wooden chest reinforced with brass bands, and an iron tub stained with blood. In the middle of the room is a ghastly wooden crib with a small angelic child sitting in it. All the furnishings except for the crib are bolted to the floor. Beneath the crib, a green light seeps up through the cracks between the rotting floorboards. Why have you come to my home?
Well, we were just we were passing through, and your home looked particularly interesting, and we figured we'd stop by and see if anybody interesting lived here.
Have you brought a gift for the child?
Um, I might have.
There's
One
a good
moment.
possibility.
Any chance the child likes like aspergillums?
Seems unlikely.
Um, I've got two things that could be considered a toy here, depending on. Oh, I just duplicated that. How did that happen? Don't do that. Delete that. Did I do that earlier too? Um, is this? Yeah, I did. Is this a child that likes children's toys, or is this a child that kind of weird and likes weird things like crows and blood?
This child is Strahd.
Oh, do I have the best thing then? I'm gonna whip out the Strahd dummy I have.
Um,
Ha-
um,
how will this do? Huh?
She laughs with glee, snatching it from your hand.
I'm gonna communicate telepathically with Kalu for a second.
Okay.
okay.
Should I try to convince this woman that I am Strahd?
Has she seen you yet? Because it's a bit
have a
harder.
mask on.
You have a what?
I have a mask on.
Okay.
I want my face being seen, but I am also a changeling. So
Yeah, as long as she hasn't seen your face, I feel like it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but if you get stabbed, it's not my problem.
I'll take that as a go, Ghost Rider. I am going to change my face to look like Strahd and then take off my mask.
All right. Give me a disguise check.
Is it a disguise check as a changeling? I don't know
It
what it is.
is. I think you're proficient in it and such, but yes.
Oh no.
A disguise check. What is disguise? Deception?
Yeah.
I will give a deception every day of the week.
Okay. That's so good. It's
I'm
kind of.
still scared that doesn't pass. Is the bad thing.
Well, see, here's the thing. From when we first met Strahd,
Trying to roll a thing here.
I'm scared because when I first looked at Strahd, even though I was looking at him, I literally felt like I couldn't see the man. So like that's kind of hard to imitate.
You look as he does. Why?
Hmm.
I just wanted to see how you felt towards him. And I'm just gonna pull my mask back up.
Do you serve the master?
I serve no one.
Then go! Return only with fresh blood from my cauldron.
Doesn't matter what kind of blood.
It must be a child.
Like a kid.
Leave now, or I will destroy you. Begone from my sight.
I know what you're saying, but I'd really like you
No,
to be a little more specific about what you mean by that child being Strahd. So,
I.
I am not required to entertain you. I will not warn you again. Leave or die.
I might have some blood lined up though. I do need the answer.
I'd
Would a
prefer
kid
leaving.
Would a kid work? Does it have to be like an infant, or would a kid work?
Leave my goats alone.
Dang it!
Okay, I was thinking the same thing. No.
I have
The
no
tribe, right?
time for your foolishness.
I mean, you like the.
Go!
Oh.
She's preparing to cast a
Yeah,
spell.
we should probably leave, guys.
yeah, sure, let's go.
I'm gonna elbow the ever living shit out of Strahd here.
It was
Smooth.
worth a shot.
Smooth move, X-Lax. Way to go. I had her laughing, and then you're like, I'm gonna be Strahd. Definitely want to walk away though, as we're like discussing. Don't want to be here.
Okay. So you guys pull back. She's watching you, expecting you to leave her vicinity.
Oh, like we can't like.
Yep, definitely leaving.
There goes the Strahd dummy. Aw.
Listen, if we already know there's two Strahds, would it have been that hard to believe that there was three?
Bro, what if it was like a metaphor? It might not have been actually Strahd. Or maybe she's like working a revive thing. Like there's so many possibilities, and then you've like, oh yeah, I'm Strahd.
It almost succeeded.
Or maybe you should
For the
have
record.
maybe you should
Wasn't
have
it
like leaned
25?
more into actually being Strahd and not just looking like him.
I mean,
Oh, and smooth on. Nobody's my master. They all serve the master. Everybody serves the master. Have we met a bad guy here who has been like, oh yeah, no masters for me?
hey,
Just saying.
the psychic lady seemed like she didn't serve no master.
All right. So, as you collect yourselves in this area, besides the standing stones with the woman that you did not go visit, there are more abandoned cottages. There's a
Yeah.
churchyard, and there's some kind of monument far to the west.
Say churchyard? That means that there's a church here, yeah?
Yeah.
I guess that is that
But
the
Let's
building to the far west here? Not the monument off by itself, but like the
Yes.
building with the square yard. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
probably we should.
if we walk towards that, does the lady seem like she's gonna get mad at us, or
Yes, she does.
ah?
Maybe this is meant for a different time.
Now you
Or-
say that,
Or maybe this is meant for now, and we're supposed to but
maybe we just do a double take here.
Let's say I'm not saying she's a bad person.
She serves the master.
You know, I kind of am saying that, Micah. You know
But no-
what?
But no
I kind
good
of am.
person- But no good person wants the blood of an innocent child. So,
Yeah,
And it has a
I-
baby Strahd. And
I'm
took
not
my
down-
Strahd dummy.
You know what? I would like to do a double take, and I'm going to pressure Archibald into also doing a double take. I think we should go back and confront her.
All right.
Maybe,
robbing the boss seems spooky.
okay, but hear me out. Maybe instead of like going back to confront her, we confront her from a good distance. Yeah?
The lady was preparing to cast a spell. I don't think there is a safe distance.
I mean, there is a safe distance for some of us.
I mean,
The safe distance is definitely not at her doorstep again, though. So, is she still just like standing there watching us?
She is, yes.
Like, is she in earshot?
There's no way she can hear you over the crows.
Okay, good.
we're like a couple 100 feet away at this point. So.
No, we are literally like 5 feet away on the map still.
No, each square is 100 feet.
Oh, each
Yeah.
square is 100. Oh, I
Yeah.
Yeah,
see
it
that.
says that on the bottom.
I see that. Okay.
I think we need to go back and confront her. Upon second thought, that's more than a little sus, and how else are we going to go about this?
Well, does one of us want to sneak around the side that we don't come, or that we, yeah, sneak around, come from the opposite side so they can get the drop on them? The
Hey, Mr. Sneak.
I know what
So-
you're implying.
I mean, word of warning, she's significantly more powerful than you are.
I'm
Oh,
aware. That's why I don't want to do this.
Not trying to railroad anybody, just letting you know.
I could tell by the fact that it was a magic user that needs innocent child's blood to do something with that child, which means they aren't weak. So, yeah.
And see, but I think we need to check out this church, because I think this church is that church, and that church is the important church that we need to go to.
we are here.
We're
She really
already
doesn't
here.
seem to want us to do that.
Oh.
The
Maybe-
sneaky guy could try to sneak over there and hopefully not get caught and get you all killed.
True.
I like
Vala?
guys
May-
not getting us all killed.
Can we just put it down as a footnote and come back at a later date? And we know there's a church here that is ruined.
Just
and-
like the windmill.
just like the windmill, with a second footnote that we'll have probably like, you know what? We'll be back.
I can try to sneak to the church, but I expect every single one of you to come rushing to my aid when this horribly goes wrong.
On a 1 to 20 basis, how sneaky are you feeling?
Let me.
The man's probably got 4x proficiency in that or something, dude. I don't know.
A man better have 4x proficiency in that. Better be rolling,
Can I just roll a
60s.
practice stealth to see how hot my dice are?
Sure.
Okay, I'm just rolling. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm feeling fine.
So, are we just gonna say he like tried sneaking up like for practicing for us before he went to go do the?
No, that's fine. So you sneak over to the churchyard. Through the fog, you see the empty shell of an old stone church, north of which is a cemetery of leaning gravestones enclosed by a disintegrating iron fence. Half of the cemetery has sunk into the mire.
Huh. That's neat.
I think we should be like walking away, like pretending we're like
Yeah.
gone. So I'm thinking we like head up here
I'm
somewhere
going to
ish.
stealthily peek into the church itself.
Okay. You find the rotted remains of a pulpit and an old iron bell half immersed in the marsh, lying amid the ruins of a collapsed steeple.
There's a-
Now, did Strahd tell you anything about the church that you're looking for?
He said something about like he didn't say anything about the church, like the building itself, but he said about how like a group of paladins used to be there, and then something bad happened to them.
Yeah,
They
so
worship like a dragon or something, right?
the card
Yeah.
originally said it was a dragon's house, and then Strahd was like, "Oh, maybe that church west beyond Villaki."
So you don't see any dragon symbology here.
So I don't really see anything that directly concerns me or the knowledge I have right this second. In that case, I'm gonna stealth around the long way, like north first, and meet back up with them.
You gonna go check out that monument while you're over there?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I'll go glance at that monument real quick.
I would like to add that the end of the card said, "In the dragon's or the treasure lies in hands once clean and now corrupted." So maybe
A
her.
witch.
Who knows? It says dragon's house in hands once clean, now corrupted. So
Okay. Hidden by the fog and elevated a few feet above the surrounding marsh is a raised plot of land, barely 10 feet on a side, enclosed by a disintegrating iron fence. In the center of the plot is a life size stone monument carved in the likeness of a kneeling peasant girl clutching a rose. Though her features are gray and weather worn, she bears a striking resemblance to Blinsky's doll. Carved in the monument's base is an epitaph. You gonna get close enough to read it?
Against my better judgment, yes.
It says Marina, taken by the mists.
All right. Interesting. Good knowledge.
Right.
Knowledge power.
Jacob, remind me exactly what the first Taroka card said, please.
notes. The Avenger card. The treasure lies in a dragon's house, in hands once clean and now corrupted.
And that's it.
That's it.
Okay, so I'm pulling some 300 IQ stuff right here. What if the treasure is not an item? Well, what if the treasure that the card is referring to is this child? She said it's Strahd, which makes me think it's very important in our quest.
So
Or not 300 IQ play, probably like 30 IQ play. What if Marina's that old hag with the dagger we saw back there?
Is
how are we gonna? How do you want to get there? Because like she's across that river, man, and that river seems kind of hard to cross.
Hard to see.
Hard to see. I mean,
I say we address the Wizards of the Wine issue.
yeah.
That's
I'm,
probably
yeah,
our
now
our
since we've
best
done
bet.
all that with the monument, I'm gonna go sneaky up here and then back over here.
we didn't see anything in any of these houses that we're right next to now, right?
Did
You
we
did
want
not.
to take? Okay.
Um, because I think this is where we need to be for the first Taroka card. It was the first one drawn, which makes me think we need to do it first.
So again, I don't think the order drawn really matters. I think that was just here's some things.
But see,
Go.
if this was supposed to be like a fateful, like we were meant to come here and do this, I feel, and these Taroka cards are like tied to what we need to do. that is what makes me think that the order that they were drawn in is important.
The part where the DM said something really ominous along the lines of "she's way more powerful than you" kind of makes me think that the order of the cards doesn't matter much.
Yeah.
Well,
In game, I'm gonna be like, yo, if you want to go fight Scary Lady with magic and probably die, I mean, go for it, guy. But I think we have better places we could be. This isn't, you know, the area here isn't really moving. Um, we can always come back and explore
and
later. If
Micah
she's
didn't see anything that resembled a dragon's house.
No.
Didn't find any clues that would say that it's that.
this could probably not even be the church. Like, to be fair.
Right, Micah?
I did not find anything that insinuated that this was a dragon's house.
Okay, then I'm perfectly fine with us leaving.
Putting a
Because this
footnote to come back
is
at a later
not
date. Maybe.
the area that I believe the first Taroka card references.
Onward to the wizards and the vineyard and
Greg
the
just-
wine.
Still kind of want to find that church.
So as you head up the road, you see the woman who was across it standing in your path.
I told
Okay.
you guys.
No, but like, I don't even know if like how fast that river's flowing. It seems about like knee deep.
In
So
the water.
like,
She is not wet.
see, look how that the last bridge we saw was way back there, my guy. She kind of just bamfed over here. There's like, do you want to mess with that? I didn't want to mess with that now.
I'm just gonna kind of wave gingerly at her.
Yeah, let's like move up to her and
I'm gonna pull Valith real close and be like, hey, no Strahd this time, yeah? Nah, we're gonna be ourselves, right? As much of ourselves as we can be, yeah?
Nah.
Yeah?
your edge lord changeling. Oh, whereabouts did we meet her in the road?
Just outside of town.
So
Here.
yeah, that's kind
Yeah.
of what I was thinking. Uh, I'd just like to ask who she is.
Something tells me the crazy lady with the knife that magically appeared over here is not gonna tell you.
I mean, her token looks real inviting.
She bows to you without breaking eye contact.
Nice.
My name is Muriel. What business did you have with the witch?
We didn't so much have business with the witch so much as we were just kind of exploring here.
This is no place for exploration. It's very dangerous.
Well, we found that out real quick.
Could you elaborate more on like who the witch is and why she's as dangerous as she is?
She's an ancient and powerful hag. Her name is Baba Lysaga. When she's not in her hut, she flies around in a giant skull. She controls scarecrows. You may have seen them standing in the fields. Murderous creatures. She sends them out and attacks the Wizards of Wines, just west of Berez. And she's a sworn enemy of the Martikov family.
When we were there at her hut, she had this little kid that was like, like surrounded in blood and stuff, and she said that that kid was Strahd. What did she mean by that? Do you know?
I do not. I do know the area well, but have never successfully made it close to her hut.
Oh, that's weird. We kind of just walked right up to it.
Yeah, we just walked right up to the hut. Was there anything that was stopping you from approaching?
As I said, she's an enemy of the Martikov family. She would attack me on sight.
Do
So
we know who the
you're-
Mardukov family is?
Wasn't
Trying
that
to
who
think here.
written in?
Was it that? Is that them?
Well, here, let me type in Montecrive.
That
Okay.
is, yes. They would.
Okay. And you said that she attacks the Wizard of Wines, who's west of this area.
Yes, through the forest to the west.
Gotta pull up the map again. To the west. Do you think you could lead us to the Wizard of Wines?
It's not
Or-
difficult. Either follow the river north or south. If you go north, climb the hill toward Argenvostholz. Be careful not to bother the denizens inside. And then you can follow the Svalich Road and take the fork to the left. Or, if you wish to follow the river to the south, you can climb the cliffs by the Solenska Pass. Just be incredibly careful, as a giant rock lives up there.
Isn't it near Lake Baratok?
The Wizard
South
of
of there.
Wines?
The winery we were going to, where they had the Wizard of Wines.
Not very near. No, it's to the southwest of that, south of the Raven River.
Okay.
And while I've got you here, I couldn't help but notice earlier that you were on the other side of the river, and now you're on this side of the river, but you're not wet. How did you get over here?
I know these woods well.
That was probably a tree or something, right? Well, this river's kind of wide, though. It's like, what? It's about 300 across. That's a really big tree. If you look
I'm
down at it.
frustrated both in game and IRL. Okay, well, if you don't have any other information that could help us right now, we'll probably just go ahead and take our leave.
It's okay,
Very
Callie.
well.
She probably just jumped across.
She
I will
rolled a
resume
natural 20.
my watch.
Okay. Alright, so I guess we just head north, because I'm not going south back towards that witch.
Oh, now you're scared of the witch.
Okay. She steps back into the trees and lets you pass.
Fantastic.
So you head north up the road.
Sounds good.
We're gonna
Did
get
we
murdered by scarecrows now.
did we want to climb up the cliff to that castle, or do we just want to keep on going north?
Well, if the map looks, if the map's fully accurate, which I assume it is, there's a road that we could take there.
Right.
But I think that is not as pressing as the Wizard of Wines.
So as you travel up the road, you encounter a grave just off the edge of it that you're certain was not there before.
Hey, look, Callie. Maybe somebody came and buried you.
It's empty.
It's an open grave.
Is there a headstone, or is it just the hole?
A single wooden plank thrust into the ground.
I'd like to see what it says.
It's unmarked.
It's always a shame getting an unmarked grave.
The grave is a
feel-
shallow, mud-filled hole with dirt and rocks strewn around it, and a few scattered bones within.
I pat Callie on the shoulder. I'm like, this definitely isn't from the future. I would never leave your grave unmarked.
How
So from
sweet.
here, do you want to try and climb the hill toward the castle? or keep going to the fork in the road?
I personally would rather try to go to the fork in the road.
Probably keep going, yeah. Try to get back to the winery objective.
Alrighty. So you go to the fork in the road and turn left, or do you follow the path through the woods to the north?
No, we should probably go left since that's probably the path we'll have to take to get to the Wizard of the Wines.
All right, and you follow that along, and you're given the option of turning left toward the Solinska Pass, and I assume you don't turn that direction.
No.
Okay. So then you come to another fork in the road. You see a weather-worn signpost next to it. 3 arms of the sign point along the 3 branches of the road. The arm to the north reads Kresk. Through the woods you see an arcing stone bridge spanning a river. The arm to the east reads Valaki, and the road slopes up gradually in that direction. The arm to the southwest reads the Wizard of Wines. The road slopes gently downward.
I'm definitely going to be wanting to go towards the Wizard of the Wines.
Yep.
Sounds good.
It is getting late. You encounter another grave. This one is not empty.
Oh.
It's an elongated earthen mound ringed by a rocky cairn.
Does this one have a marked gravestone?
It does not.
Such a shame. Well, it says it's getting late, but I don't think I'd like to camp near a gravesite.
Yeah, not
No.
particularly.
I think we might be hard pressed to find something like that around here.
After a half mile, the road becomes a muddy trail that meanders through the woods, descending gradually until the trees part, revealing a mist-shrouded meadow. The trail splits. One branch heads west into the valley, and the other leads south into dark woods. A wooden signpost at the intersection points west and reads Vineyard.
Was it pointing anywhere else?
Nope.
Huh.
You should probably
Vineyard.
just go to the vineyard or like try to, if it's getting really late, we should make camp.
If I was a wizard of wine, I'd probably live in a vineyard. So that makes sense.
Heading onward?
Do we want to camp near the signpost so we have a definite way to go, or do we want to head on just a bit, boys?
Maybe like slightly off the road, but like still close to it where we could find our way back and to the signpost.
Well, no doubt. I just didn't know if
Yeah.
we wanted to press down this road or say at the cross section. I feel like the cross section might have a bit more traffic, so.
That's true. Yeah, maybe we should head down the road just a little ways before we make camp then.
Toward the vineyard?
Yeah.
All right. A light drizzle begins to fall. Unpainted fences blindly follow the trail, which skirts north of a sprawling vineyard before bending south towards a stately building. The fog takes on ghostly form as it swirls between the neatly tended rows of grapevines. Here and there you see a rope-handled half-barrels used for hauling grapes. North of the trail is a large stand of trees. A man wearing a dark cowl and cloak stands at the edge of the trees, beckoning you.
Do we see
Hey!
scarecrows?
You do not see any scarecrows.
Fantastic.
Hey, Archibald, person, go.
Yeah. I'm gonna go greet the person.
Well, if that isn't a wizard of wine, I don't think I've ever
That's
seen
a
one.
that's a very glittery man.
Welcome. Come to the fire.
All right,
That-
I'll follow him
Yeah.
to the
All
fire.
right.
That sounds great. I'm a bit, soppy.
He leads you to a camp in the trees where there are several people, all apparently from the same family, all dressed in dark shades and adorned with feathers.
Feathers, eh?
I am Davian Martikov. This is my family. Adrian, Elder, Stefania, and Dag, who is Stefania's husband. Who might you be?
We're travelers.
Well, you're welcome to come and rest with us for the night. I
That
wish we
sounds
could take
very
you
good.
inside, but these accommodations are the best we can do.
What's wrong with inside? Is there a reason that you are sleeping out here if that's a place that you own?
Yes, that winery has been in my family's possession for generations. Have you not heard of the Wizard of Wines?
We're just confused, or rather, I'm just confused as to why if you own it, you can't sleep in it.
It's beset by druids and their little vine beasts.
I'll stand slightly in front of Royal-esque.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take a moment to think.
Is there any particular reason why druids are besieging or what is the word? Besieging,
Besieging.
besieging your winery?
They serve the master, the druids of Yester Hill. We've kept them at bay for years, but 2 days ago they overran the winery.
I see.
He has more to say, but he is reserved. You can tell he doesn't quite trust you.
Oh, that's fair. We did just kind of walk up a path and meet him.
I'd like to gesture to Valoth, kind of without Mardikov noticing, kind of can we trust these guys?
Oh, I don't see like we seem. Doesn't seem like we have much of a choice. However, it does seem like they are, relatively speaking. I am speaking. I forgot to mention. I'm speaking telepathically to Kaloth.
Okay.
They don't seem to trust or care for the master. So the
And
enemy of my enemy is my friend.
and these are relatives of the innkeepers in Valaki, correct? I shouldn't have asked the only person that wasn't here.
Yeah, you're doing great by talking to this man
I was hoping you
telepathically.
weren't talking to me and you were
Oh,
talking to Bob.
he cannot. He can. He's talking telepathically to you right now, unless he wants to ask them that. Please, don't do that.
Tell me, just give me an answer, Micah. What do you think?
I think we can trust them. Be weary,
Okay.
but trust.
You think that if we help these guys possibly evict the druids that are serving Strahd, they might help us. And if
As a,
this is the Wizard of Wines, that the Taroka card was mentioning, then this is probably what we need to be doing. Okay, I'll trust them.
I see. I think we trust them.
Okay, I agree.
So, just to remind you, what did your card reading say?
Boop, 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 doo, doo, doo. The trader card. Look to a wizard of wine in wood and sand the treasure hides.
In sand, the treasure hides.
Now,
Goodness, girl, you can't do that.
I would also like to point out to the party that we did have an assignment from the innkeepers to come visit the Wizard of Wines for a delivery. Were we not?
Yes.
Which would make us a traitor.
Was there perhaps another card of interest?
Maybe
Um,
maybe the leader of the feathered ones one.
That's what I was thinking because you said he was covered
Yeah.
in feathers.
So we probably need to help him out for this as well. And if even if he's not the leader, he could take us to their leader.
What did that
oh,
What did that part
ah,
of the card reading
ha.
say?
Okay, you guys want to hear it? You gotta go, aha, as soon as I read it. You ready?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Find the leader of the feather one who lives among the vines.
Okay.
Though old, he has one more fight left in him.
Yeah, I trust
Okay.
this man.
So Jacob, just real quick, out of character.
Yeah.
Can you just read me all the Taroka cards? There were 4, right? Or were there 5?
I cannot do you one better. I was just gonna copy and paste you them so you could,
Okay.
have them. So we had the Adventure card. The treasure lies in a dragon's house, in hands once clean and now corrupted. The
Okay.
Trader card. Look to a wizard of wine. In wood and sand the treasure hides. The Dictator card. I see a throne fit for a king. The Raven card. Find the leader of the feathered ones who lives among the vines. Though old, he has one more fight left in him. And then the Innocent card. He dwells with with the one whose blood sealed his doom. A brother of light snuffed out too soon. Those are our 5 cards.
Okay.
So,
So
just to help you with your notes, you did not record the reading. You recorded the card that was the result of the reading, but you did not record the actual reading. So let me give me just a second, and I will copy paste this into the chat for you.
and I'll put this one in my notes too.
I didn't know there was a difference. That's why I didn't take note of it.
This will help you some.
I believe that's the rough order that they came in, and that was the.
Okay. Card tells of history.
I didn't. I didn't get the one of swords, 3 of coins.
Oh,
Ooh.
I clicked on it and drug it like slightly because I was gonna copy it and it just
Yeah, that's okay.
okay. Is there a way to copy? Oh yeah, copy text to clipboard. Boom. And then can I paste it here? Yes. Okay. All right, I have all of them now. Okay. So looking at the Wizard of Wines, this card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. Okay. Yeah, so well, I guess just getting back to it, we should just trust these guys and
We have multiple
just
reasons to feel good
chill with
about
them.
that.
Yeah.
one of, if not the most basic one, would be we have a potential contract from Valaki to help them out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so let's just like chill with these guys for tonight and
Okay.
make camp.
You know what? I'm also going to put that in your Tuesday night Discord channel.
Okay.
Neat.
That makes it very easy.
And it's pinned.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right, so what would we like to do?
We are following him to the campfire to find a place to rest for the night.
Okay. So they serve delicious wine and a vegetarian meal. They ask you to tell stories of their homeland and can answer any questions you might want to ask.
I want to talk with him about you know, if this siege is the reason they haven't been able to provide wine to Valaki for some time. This is the root cause, or maybe there's an underlying problem here.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Uh oh. Middle of the road.
The old man smiles and says, I feel as if I've known you, but I don't. Some secrets are best left to friends. Please take no offense.
Okay, so as he said that, I'm gonna just bust out with So we visited the inn in Valaki, and a relative of yours, the owner of the inn, told us to come here because because he was not receiving his shipments of wine, and that's why we're here.
Yes, you must have met my eldest son. Erwin?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah.
Yes, he and I had a falling out long ago.
But
This,
that falling out uh didn't like make you stop sending him wine though, right?
of course not. He is one of the family. No, it was 10 years ago. Erwin was on watch, and something was stolen. And plate, from that point forward, we were unable to make champagne. He and I had an argument and have not spoken since.
Man, if only Rolowis is here. He knows so much more about alcohol than I do.
You guys have any other questions for him? Or are you just
I
making
mean,
small talk?
That
I
was my question.
yeah, that's good with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what else I'd bring
thinking
up to
anything.
him.
I mean, he's
That
from
would,
here, so
True. I'd like to ask him what he knows about the old wizard that had a fight with Strahd, the one that's supposedly wandering in the mountains, being crazy.
Yes, not long ago. It was a great battle. We thought perhaps he'd win. We watched from the trees. Should have helped him in hindsight. He's easy to find if you know how to look.
Is how would one go about working with him? Because I've heard he's particularly crazy.
He is. I've tried speaking to him myself. He does not make sense. He's lost in his own mind. I don't know what Strahd did to him, but it was effective. What was very obviously a powerful archmage must have been a brilliant man, reduced to an idiot.
What a shame.
Is there any way to restore his mind, you think?
Well, a great many things are possible. Perhaps destroying the master would do it. I don't know.
Well,
So tell me what has sent you to my winery.
Well, firstly, we had a task to come here for your son to ask about the missing shipments. He's a little concerned, and we also have a bit of a personal interest up here as well, you could say.
Yes, well, if we can clear the druids from the winery, there's wine ready to be shipped, even though we can't currently make any more. What is it that you seek?
Well, for our own personal reasons, we are also looking for something that was described to us as a sword of sunlight.
I've seen no such thing. What makes you believe it would be here?
Well, we had a Taroka reading that was very interesting, and one of the cards that was revealed to us told us to specifically look for the Wizard of Wines, and that particular card also told of a weapon of vengeance.
Well, no, you've got those flipped.
Oh,
Weapon of
that's
Vengeance
flipped.
is the throne fit for a king.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep. This one would
We
be
have-
the Force
we
for
have-
Good and Protection.
Force for good. Yep, holy symbol.
He hasn't
meant
seen
that.
that either, but
Don't we have two potential cards leading to this place?
you do.
we were.
I think we should help him with his getting back his winery first, personally.
Oh yeah, there's no downside to helping him get back.
Yeah,
to
that's
winery.
definitely the
Yeah.
first thing.
And
Like,
then I
honestly-
think we should talk to him more about why we're here.
Free booze and then 2 tarot cards and then money. I mean, that's a win-win-win-win.
Yeah.
So were you telling him about like specifically the like tarot cards like you did with Strahd, or like
Yes, but I think this is a better idea this time.
it's a bit better of an idea, but maybe not
All right,
all
Archibald,
in.
leave the thinking to anybody else.
Can we get him a muzzle?
Poor barbarian.
it's not that he's a barbarian. It's just that he's
He
not.
he's a great people person, but
He
only when the
might
other people are swinging at us.
he might not know how many minutes are in an hour. Let me just say.
You do great speaking with your fists, buddy.
But yeah,
I think it's probably time to just turn in. I think we should agree to help him evict these druids from his estate, and I think it's probably time to turn in so that we can help him in the morning.
alrighty. I shall click the button. I don't think it matters, but just in case it does.
So we're about to go into a fight.
Yep, I think we're at a stopping place. I do want to throw up the map to kind of give you an idea.
Ooh, 2 sessions, missing a person, no fighting without that person. Let's go.
Well,
Weird, right?
we probably could have fought multiple times. We just avoided it.
I mean, we definitely could have fought.
We have chosen the much safer passive direction.
I'm saying that maybe it was a good idea to not fight mean old hag in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
Who knows? We might have got some good hits. Thinking she might have got some better hits though.
Thinking she might have gotten some AoE hits too.
Oops.
Also, here's the thing. I don't have to be within range of you guys. Like, oh wow, this is a big map.
Interesting.
Like, I can be off in Narnia a bit and be chilling, so you guys can, take some hits. Yeah.
All right, so you'll start the ground floor, but let me drag you around to reveal a little bit of. Can you guys see what Rolesk can see?
Negative.
Yeah, all I can see is like a little like strip of like green on the left.
All right.
I can see more than that, but
I don't even know where Valoth is. I can just see Kalu and Archibald.
Okay, Valath, that
Can't,
should have helped.
I can't even
I
see
can't see
myself.
into most of the building, like the first floor, or sorry, the upper floor. Yeah, I shouldn't see that. Never mind.
Justin, for
Well,
me, you're
the
in the
upper
top corner
floor,
of the
I
map.
mean, if you can see inside it, that's a problem, but it's the same building.
I can
Uh,
see myself now. It is a very big area.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, I can see the building now. Okay.
Sweet.
So yeah, that'll be for next time.
Wait,
Okay.
I didn't get to see it.
You didn't?
I'm still up in the top left corner.
So you don't get to see anything. What can I say?
Okay, neat.
No, hold on. I got this one, and this is the actual ground floor.
So yeah, out of all of my psionic enhancements, only one of them is extremely useful.
What are your
Yeah.
psionic enhancements?
That's as Soul Knife. I can choose one psionic power
Huh.
per long rest. I have that
Ah,
power for the entirety of the next long rest. That's what was giving me the ability to talk telepathically with people.
is that the only useful one, or is that?
The other one is increase walking speed by 5 feet, and the other one could be useful, but not useful for me. It says your hit points maximum and your current hit points increase by an amount equal to your intelligence modifier plus your rogue level, which is only 4. I mean, it isn't awful, but it's only 4. So
I mean, the increased movement speed's not bad.
Well, it was good playing with you guys. I look forward to talking with my fists next time.
Should
I
be good.
cannot stress how upset I was when you turned into Strahd and ruined my doll play. I had a doll of Strahd, and this was a child of Strahd, and it worked out so perfectly. And you're like,
we needed
"Now I'm gonna be Strahd."
We needed the dad of Strahd, and I offered myself.
We did not need it. We were almost there. We were
Yeah.
almost in. We almost had it, and you fucked up.
All right. I'm stopping the recording here. Good night,
All
everybody.
right.